honestly so happy April is here. I feel like my seasonal depression was higher than normal. I'm excited for the sun to start coming out and plant my garden and start doing more things like that that make me feel a little bit more alive. I am so excited. It's finally April and we can put quarter 1 behind us. This year has started off really weird for me. Usually come April, I'm like starting to dip down, but I kind of started down. I'm looking forward to planting out my garden and starting the seeds inside. I don't know, having a garden isn't so much about saving money and being able to eat the vegetables and stuff that I plant. More so it's about being able to get outside and do something fulfilling, and for whatever reason I find that super rewarding and fulfilling. I'm talking a lot with my hands. With all of my monthly reset videos, I usually talk about the previous months and what I accomplished and what I want to accomplish in this next month. But since we are finishing up with a quarter, I want to kind of talk about all of my goals so far that I set at the beginning, well, at the end of the last year, and kind of see where I'm at with progress on that. But very briefly, before diving into quarter 1 progress, I want to talk about March. So March was filled with a ton of doctor's appointments. Well, this is coming from someone who like never has appointments, so going from 0 to like 8 was a lot for me. But basically any day that I wasn't working, I more than likely had an appointment of some kind, and some of these were doctors, some of these were substitute teaching stuff. Nonetheless, it was getting out of the house, and I don't know about you, but when I have an appointment at like 1 p.m., all I can think about for the first half of the day is when do I have to leave? How long does it take to get there? When do I need to eat? When do I need to get ready? And I can't do anything until that appointment, so I basically waste my entire day, and then I get all nervous and anxious beforehand, and then I get back from the appointment and then I'm tired from having the appointment, and then it's just a waste of a day. If I can have an appointment at 9 a.m., I'm gonna do that every single time, because then that limits the amount of nerves I can get, and I just really hate that I'm that way. I need to get better about that somehow. March was filled with a lot of things like that, so I'm not gonna be too hard on myself for the things I didn't get done in March, because I had a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to have to do. So now going into my quarter 1 progress, I want to go over some of the goals that I laid out for myself and where I'm at and my thoughts kind of around each goal. One of my big goals is to make full-time income on Cricut, and then some of the sub goals were to upload 1 to 4 projects, upload 200 listings a month. But the first one I want to talk about is uploading 1 to 4 projects a month. I think I only have done 2, which I guess is 1 less than I should have been doing at the bare minimum. Honestly, I'm not sure about these. When I used to post projects on Cricut, they would get a good amount of saves or likes right away without me having to share it, and then I would go and share it and it would get more. Now when I post a project, it gets like 2 likes in 24 hours, and then if I share it, it gets a little bit more, but it's like something's changed because it used to be more. I kind of just felt like it wasn't worth it as much to be posting and making those projects. But I will say that if you do have a physical product and you can share it in groups or on social media anywhere, or even on Pinterest, that definitely helps a little bit more than just like a digital image. But I just wasn't really in the like making mood. I think because I did so much for Christmas, I was just like, I need to take a break from this. The next goal under the full-time income umbrella was to upload 200 listings a month to Cricut, which would be about 10 a day. And I had been doing 10 a day quite often last year, and so I thought this would be doable. And honestly, when I was going into the new year, I was feeling a little bit more ambitious and motivated to design. So I was like, oh, this won't be that difficult at all. Yeah, that has been a fail. Yeah, something about this year, I just haven't been in the mood to design. I do think it correlates with like seasonal depression. As of like this past week, I felt a little bit more hopeful and a little bit more eager to design. So I have uploaded 230 designs to Cricut this year, and that's not terrible. It's definitely okay, but it's not quite where I wanted it to be, and I don't know if their new payment method is like altering my payouts, or if it's because I'm not uploading stuff that my payouts are a little affected. But definitely seeing those lower payouts has made me feel like, why am I still doing this? But I am gonna keep going. Mid-April will be 1 year since I started with Cricut, which I can't believe it's been a year already. A lot has changed with the program, and yeah, I will have a video coming up about that soon. I definitely want to keep pushing through and keep uploading because they still make me decent income. I have never been on any other site that makes the money that I'm making with Cricut, so I do think it's still worth it, but I just have to get in the right headspace to want to design again. But also I feel like my family has gone through one thing after another. Like we both got sick, and then I had low energy here and there, and then my husband nearly broke his back, which set us back for like 2 weeks, and then my dog started having tremors for like a week. That was super nerve-wracking, and then he hurt his foot for a solid day and he couldn't walk. And I think my husband hurt his back again, but not nearly as bad. It was just like a 1-day thing for him. I feel like it's just been one thing after another, and it's like we need to stop with all this. We need some good things to go our way. Yeah. So all that said, I feel like it's been a really weird start to a year, and I'm actually pretty happy with 230 designs. Like that's better than some other moments of my life. My other big goal was to get monetized on YouTube. I had a goal to make like 1 video a week, so four videos a month, and I definitely surpassed that. I've made 19 videos in Q1. I was doing about 2 videos a week consistently, and then March I kind of tapered off with that because life happened. I surpassed that by 5 videos, so I'm really happy with that, and it has definitely contributed to my channel growing. Both my subscribers and my watch hours have grown by about 300 since January, which I feel like is pretty decent. I know it's a little slower progress than other channels, but I feel like because I've moved so slow, I've been able to really figure out, what do I want to make? What do I enjoy making? Do I want to keep doing this? Do I like, and I don't know, I just feel like it's given me the ability to really think about what it is that I like. And it also is very rewarding to see the efforts paying off. Like I know I'm not monetized yet, but I know that, I mean, I've been on Instagram and TikTok for years and I haven't seen like steady growth just by posting. And with YouTube, it feels like, okay, if you post, you are gonna see growth. So it's just a matter of editing and perfecting your craft and making more videos. And I feel like that's what I've been doing. I've learned so much about Premiere. Last year was when I really started learning Premiere, but this year I feel like I've learned even more, and I feel like each week I'm just getting better at editing and learning what I like about editing and things like that. So yeah, it's been really fun and exciting, and I love making videos, and it's not as awkward as I thought. And I do have something really exciting. The day that this video is coming out, my new camera will be here in real time. I haven't gotten it yet, or else I would be showing it to you right now. But I'm so excited to get an actual like camera. Long story short, I have a DSLR, and it's not very great for videos because it's bulky and heavy. You can't really hold it, and like you have to be so far away, and then it's like hurts my hands. And then in order to get in view, you have to have the right lens, and then whatever. Long story short, I can't use my DSLR for videos because just doesn't work out very well. So I've been using my phone, which I feel like does a very decent job. It gets the job done, and I probably will still want to use my phone even when I get a camera, just because of the convenience, and I might not always have my camera with me. But I'm getting a new camera, and I'm really excited to get that in the mail and unbox it and see how much better it is straight out of the box than my phone. I also, my phone's like 2.5 years old, so I do need to get a new phone at some point, but one thing at a time. Now, another goal of mine was to increase my blog views by 40%, and I'm just gonna be so honest, I have not touched my blog since January 1st. I just have not been in the mood to write. Now, interestingly enough, I do script my videos and kind of write out things that I want to touch on. So realistically, taking a YouTube video and making it into a blog post wouldn't be that difficult. So I don't know what's stopping me. I just haven't felt obligated to do it. I feel like I get an okay amount of traction for what it is and how much content's on there. And I've made like $16 in AdSense from my blog. So I feel like that's good, right? I don't know. I do need to work on that. I just have had other things come up that I felt more interested in, and so I just keep forgetting about the blog. So maybe that's something I will work on in Q2, or maybe not. And if not, then I probably will just, I don't know what to do there. Do I get rid of it? I also had some goals for my website, like uploading consistently. So like whatever designs I was uploading to Cricut to put it on my website. But then I don't know about that. I don't know if it's worth putting up individual files on my website. Like the amount of work that goes in for it to maybe or maybe not sell. You have a good chance of your design, once it's uploaded to Cricut, being used in whatever. But with a website, I feel like your chances are way, way, way lower. So it just felt like the effort there wasn't worth it. I also wanted to increase my traffic there, but I haven't been uploading new things there, and I kind of just reworked my entire website, and now I'm just like stuck in this stage of like, what do I actually want on my website? What do I want to do? I don't know. That is the question of the year. What do I want to do? But one thing I hadn't considered back in December when I was creating my goals was that I was going to start looking for jobs outside of the house. I'm at a point where like I'm totally okay with this. For a while there, I was not. I was like, no, I have to make my business make full-time income, and I have to keep hustling and hustling and hustling, and at some point you're gonna make it. And it's been 9 years, and I'm just gonna be so transparent. I have never made enough income where I felt like I felt safe with it, and like felt like this would continue and this is enough to pay. Like, I've never been struggling. Let's just say that. I haven't been struggling to pay the bills, but currently I'm not making nearly what I want to be making, and so I've been looking for jobs outside of the house. I also was getting to the point where I'm like, I think I do need to like just get out of the house more and see other people and talk to other people. And then I had some designer friends who started subbing, and I was like, let me look into that, and it was a lot easier than I expected. It was a long process. It took about 2 months for me to get all the way through it. I'd say it was worth it, and I haven't actually started subbing yet, so we'll see how that goes. If I want to work, I can, and if not, then I don't have to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm really nervous to do that though. Like, I know that that's gonna really freak me out because I haven't been in a school in a long time, and I don't know. That will make me nervous. I know it. Like, can I actually do that? I don't know. I don't know. Nerve-wracking for sure, but I think it will be good for me. I have some goals of what I want to buy with the sub money that I earn, so I gotta do it, I guess, if I want to buy those things. So that's kind of my Q1 progress. Overall, not hitting any of my goals, but also not super mad at myself because given how crazy this first quarter has been and where I've been at mentally, I don't really ever want to be mad at myself for business goals that I'm making, because what is that going to solve? You know, it's not really going to do anything for me to be mad at myself. Now is probably a good time to rework these goals and see what needs to be altered or just get rid of the goal. I don't know. I'll probably go through these. But my goals for April are to upload 100 designs to Cricut. This is down from 200 for my big goal, I guess. I'm thinking that 100 would be, I mean, obviously a lot more doable than 200, but this time of the year is like my favorite. Flowers, spring, all that stuff. So I'm actually thinking 100 should be doable. We will see about that. Hopefully I will get some more time to design. I recently just did a what I design in a week. When this is uploaded, it won't come out until later this week, but as of real time, I just got done filming that today. Yeah, that was actually a good push to actually design more. I don't think I will do those types of videos all that often, but it is a good challenge to remember, oh yeah, hey, go design something today because you haven't in a while, so go do that. So I will probably do those videos every once in a while, but I need to figure out how to keep designing at the forefront and not like an afterthought, and remember to actually do it. I would also like to keep up with my 1 to 2 videos a week on YouTube. I think that is doable. I don't foresee myself not being able to do that all of a sudden. I've managed to keep up with it so far. I'm really proud of that. This time last year, I would have already stopped in March. So I am really happy about my progress there, and hopefully it will just keep continuing. But if you ever have any like suggestions or feedback or any types of videos you want to see, just leave them in the comments, and I would love you for that. So please give me your suggestions. I also would like to start uploading to my dog's YouTube channel 1 to 2 times a month. I love editing his videos. So usually when I do videos for him, it's usually like us going on some sort of vacation with him, and he is like the forefront of the video, but it gets to showcase like what we did and where we went. And I love making those videos. I think they're really fun to get unique angles and just to remember where you were and what you did without it having to be me and my husband like all over the internet, you know? I really like making videos for him. And we just filmed a bracket, a food bracket for him where he went through 16 different matchups and got it down to 8. So like the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, and then the championship. And we got his favorite food figured out, and I'm really excited about that video because he is so cute. And I like making videos for him because it almost feels like, I don't know, I just have fun with it. So I hope going into like spring and summer, I will keep up with those videos because it honestly encourages me to get out and do something. And I know that sounds so bad, but lately I just haven't really wanted to do anything. So having an excuse or like an obligation to film is kind of sometimes a motivating factor, as bad as that sounds. In April, I also hope to sub 4 times. That would be 1 time a week or whatever. And I think that would be doable to start off, and we'll just see how that goes. And I will keep you updated on that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes good with that. Now here's the part of the monthly reset videos where I talk about my favorites for the month. And I have been trying to do a puzzle a month, and let me just tell you about the puzzle this month. I started it last year, like not last December. Actually, wait. When did I start that? It wasn't last December, like a couple months. It was like the winter before. Whatever. I started this puzzle over a year ago. And what I did was, it's a really solid, like thick puzzle, so the pieces don't fall out really easy. So what I did was I put it back in its box, completed, like how much I had it completed. So when I brought it back out in March, I was like, it's halfway done. I'm gonna get this finished. But this puzzle is so freaking hard. It's basically I Spy for 1,000 pieces. And you have to find the exact little person and find where it goes. And it's taking me so long. Played a lot of Sims in March instead of reading or doing a puzzle. So that contributed. But in the last like 2 days, I've gotten like 50 pieces. So I feel like I'm gonna be able to get this done. And then I have 2 puzzles over here. I have 2 puzzles right here that are gonna be my next puzzles. And I love these. Look, there's a little Tate on it. And this one's just so cute. It is 500 pieces, so I know I'll be able to finish that. And then this one is a little greenhouse, also 500 pieces. So I know I'm gonna be able to finish both of these puzzles. I just need to get through that panorama. So in order for me to do the puzzles that I really wanna do, I have to finish that other puzzle because it has been driving me crazy. And I wanna just be able to say I got it done because it's not even, I guess, I don't know. I don't hate the puzzle, but it's just not that easy. So maybe I will go work on that a little bit here, see if I can make any progress. Okay, so you can't probably tell at all, but I got probably 10 pieces and I got a long ways to go. So this is a panorama puzzle. So it's super long. I don't know if you could tell. It's a really cool puzzle. Like here's the box. So it's really cool, but very difficult because look at, you know, all these little people that you have to match and find where they go. And I feel like I've gotten most of them. I feel like that part actually wasn't super difficult, but then you're just finding all the little pieces around them, and I don't know. It's taken a long time. Probably the longest a puzzle's ever taken me. But if you're up for the challenge, this one is really cool. Just be prepared. Or maybe you don't need to be prepared. Maybe you're just better at puzzles than me, so maybe it won't be hard for you at all. March was a terrible month for reading. I think I read like 8 books in January and then like 5 books in February. In March, the only book I read was an audiobook and I didn't finish it because it was so terrible. And that was Everyone on the Train is a Suspect, and I just didn't love it. I don't really have any faves when it comes to books because I didn't really read anything. I'm currently listening to the Fourth Wing audiobook because the last time I started reading it, I got super sick for a week. And I was like, I'm just gonna listen to it because I don't want to get sick again and like jinx myself. I'm listening to that. It's kind of slow right now. I feel like there's a lot of fluff in it. And I already know that there's a lot of drama with the second book not being nearly as good. So I just really want to read it just to have read it. And that's that, I guess. This is always going to be a favorite. I didn't think I was going to want a handle, but it is so convenient to just like carry around this thing. And like sometimes I'll carry it like this if I have something in my hand, and yeah, super convenient. I haven't shown this in a while, but these are like coasters from Allie Blair Co. And I love how one if it's every drink I've ever had, but I love how perfect it is for my office. Another thing I should share are my rocks that I got when we went, well, we didn't really go rock hunting, but we just went to a bunch of beaches with my dog, and I happened to stumble across some cool rocks. We thought this one was cool just because it had the different like rings around it. And we also have this one. I need to learn how to polish rocks. This one was just a little one. And this was just, I don't know. It just was fun. We just were picking out random ones we saw that caught our eye. And then I also liked, this was my first piece of sea glass, beach glass, whatever you call it. So I thought that was fun. This was the first thing that I found. And I was like, oh, that was so exciting. I actually found something I was looking for. And then we found this super flat black rock. I put Mod Podge on this, which is what I'm sure you're not supposed to do, but I wanted to see if it would work and be like a cheaper alternative to rock tumbling and everything, which I know is a super long process. But then I stumbled across these, and these are Charlevoix stones. So they're not Petoskey. If you're from Michigan, you know what Petoskey is. But these are Charlevoix stones, and I thought they were so cool. And the only reason I was able to find them was because it was raining. My dog was doing something cute, and I was filming him, and I looked down, and I was like, oh my god, let me pick this up. So I showed it to my husband, and he's like, oh my god, this is a Petoskey. And so we were freaking out, and I found the second one when my dog was doing something else cute. So I was like, Tate, you gotta keep doing cute things that I want to record, because apparently that's the reason I am finding these. Here's the other one. I guess these like honeycomb things are like coral fossils, like where they used to, the seeds used to be or something. I don't know. You'd have to look it up and read more about it. But yeah, I thought these were super cool. So that was super fun and exciting. I wasn't really expecting to think that would be fun. I just was like, oh, let me look while we're here. And now I'm having a little collection going. I hope you had a great March, and here's to an even better April. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.